But yeah, just the basics of breaking your opponent and then using boost mode is so fun, and the visuals make it, I don't know, man, it's just fun. It's just fun to build up BP and then do some big charged attack. And the effects really drive it home and make it feel really good. Yeah. And everything's so fast, and the UI is so nice. You have the really nice bar at the top, similar to like Final Fantasy X. I mean, the effects are just awesome. It is just fun to attack stuff in this game.
Out of my way.
It is just fun. Oh, if they're broken, it's easier to steal.
What's yours?
What, at 97% and I miss? No shot.
And that's that.
Forget everything I said. Game sucks. Combat sucks. Everything sucks. What is this, XCOM? I swear, those XCOM type games, like, what was the one we played? I'm blanking on the name. What's the name of the XCOM style game we played, Retro, that you really liked? The one with the really serious story.
This is the beginning of your end.
Uh-oh. I ain't got the stuff to break this guy. How about fire? Oh, yeah.
What's yours?
Only a 38% chance. Holy.
Let's do this.
My old brain. No. We're both too old to remember things now. No. This is the end.
What's yours?
Finally. Was not worth it at all, but at least I'm not poisoned anymore. Anyways, yeah. Those
Let's do this. And that's that.
those XCOM style games, like there's the Mario one too, Mario and Rabbids. The percentages are always so whack. It's always like 90% chance, and that pretty much means like 50% chance. At least when I play them. I don't know if that's everyone's experience, but I swear that's how it always goes.
Out of my way. Out of my way.
That's good to know. Good to know that I'm not the only one that has that experience.
Where's the nearest tavern?
So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm already hooked on this combat. It's just as fun as I remember it. Something about like just how quickly it gets you into fights, how smooth the UI is, how big and bombastic the effects are, the sound effects, the music. It is just genuinely so fun to fight stuff in this game. And like, that's usually not the case with turn-based RPGs. Usually it's not really the buttons you're pressing that are fun. It's more of like the outwitting your opponent, or, you know, seeing big numbers pop up or whatever. Like, that's the fun of it. But in this game, it's like genuinely fun to just push the buttons and watch the animations and stuff.
Out of my way.
sword work. Yep. Am I fighting lanterns, by the way? What am I fighting? Ice Sentinel.
Don't.
That wasn't enough to kill it? So as you can see, like, the game is not easy. It doesn't pull punches, which I really like. This is the first area of the game, and stuff is actually dealing meaningful damage. And I'm having to actually use healing items and think about what I'm doing. Which is really awesome, because
Out of my way.
modern RPGs tend to take it very easy on you, at least at first, but this game doesn't seem to do that.
Where's the nearest tavern?
Is leveling up heal me? Nice. Yeah, I remember Primrose's story, like, the first boss was, like, crazy. I was not expecting the game to... Because, like, you only have one character, right? So, like... I don't know, like a modern RPG where it's only giving you one character, you would just kind of figure it would take it easy on you at first to kind of get you into the mechanics and how they work and teach you how the character works, and then maybe when they add more characters in, then you start fighting harder stuff. Like, nope, this game just starts off like,
Come on, I've got better things.
you better
to do.
learn, or you're gonna have a bad time. Which I really like. Because you have all these cool mechanics, like the boost mechanic, and you have your skills, and each character's different, and like this forces you to actually learn how to play the character. You can't just spam attack.
My turn. My turn. What's yours is mine.
Yes, I figured that's probably what I'd get. It's like an ice item. I watched there be like a boss later that's weak
Out of
against
my
ice.
way. Don't start things you
Sweet.
can't finish.
That would honestly be the coolest thing ever if I'm playing as the thief, and if I actually use steel, then I get rewarded later by like having the exact item I need for the boss. Could you imagine?
I'll make this quick.
Like actual video game mechanics? They would never put video game mechanics in my video game, would they? No shot.
My turn.
In this economy,
Where's the nearest tavern?
you can now learn new skills. Select skills, then learn skills. Let's see what Therion's got up his sleeve. Use the JP you earn in battle to learn new skills. You can learn skills in any order you choose. Attack a single foe twice with a dagger and steal HP equivalent to half of the damage dealt. Reduce a single foe's attack strength for 2 turns. Reduce a single foe's physical defense for 2 turns. Attack a single foe twice with a dagger and steal SP equivalent to 5% of the damage dealt. Bestow SP equivalent to 50% of one's current SP to an ally. I'm definitely going to start with this. The healing one sounds pretty good too. It says danger level 1. I'm wondering if that's an active, like,
Come on.
as I get stronger, the danger level changes, or if that's just first area's danger level 1 and it just goes up from there. Or it's just suggested level, yeah. I wonder if this deals damage also.
I see.
So I wonder if I boost it. Yeah, that's exactly what it does. Lasts for longer.
I'm ready. Are you?
I just realized that could boost steel as well. I didn't even think about that. Holy damage.
Where's the nearest tavern?
Wind attire. God, the numbers just seem so insane. +4, +5, +24, +26, +22 speed. I'm genuinely curious how much I'm punished for not searching for things. Because imagine, like, this was my first time ever playing an RPG, and I didn't think at all about, like, searching stuff. I just kind of went where the game told me to go. I would still have a sword that does, like, 5 damage, a dagger that does, like, 5 damage, a head armor that has +3 defense, and a armor that has +4 defense. Like, would I be dead? Would these enemies be doing, like, double damage to me? Like, what do these numbers actually
Come on,
mean?
I've got better things to do.
Are the numbers just really big but don't actually affect as much as it seems like they do? Or is it just really important to search in this game? I'm kind of okay with either answer, but... It's nice to feel truly rewarded for searching.
Where's the nearest tavern?
This game feels like the polar opposite of Final Fantasy 16. There's legitimately zero reward for doing normal RPG things like searching.
This is the beginning of your end.
Searching and grinding.
Over here. My turn. Where's the nearest tavern?
Yeah, we've talked about before, like, that's why I'm curious kind of how difficult the game could potentially be if you're not doing typical RPG stuff, because lately it feels like most RPGs, like especially Final Fantasy 16, but Final Fantasy 16, I hate to pick on it too much because it's also more of an action game, and action games usually have a balance that's more like, no matter what you have at this time, you can still win the fight if you're skilled enough at the combat, you know? So, like, for Final Fantasy 16, it makes a bit more sense, because that's kind of how action games are usually balanced. But when it comes to RPGs, it feels like lately, RPGs that I play try to make sure that no matter how little you search and how little you grind and how little you're prepared for a fight, there's still a way to win it. And I don't know, I've always been really mixed on that, because it feels like that's not how it should be, at least for like a typical turn-based adventure RPG. Like, it feels like there should be an element of adventure and having to think about what you're doing. You shouldn't be able to just
My turn.
do absolutely none of the things that make an RPG an RPG and still win. You know?
Out of my way. And that's
So it's great to see that this game is already such a departure from that. So it genuinely already feels like if I had not picked up some of these things, I would be in big trouble.
Come on, I've got better things to do.
Come on, I've got better things to do.
My turn.
Yeah, even like a middle ground would be nice.
I see. Where's the nearest tavern?
So one thing I'm curious about, and don't tell me if you know, but I have a sword equipped that gives me speed, and I'm wondering if, like, what does that mean? Does that mean I get my turn earlier because I'm not always using my sword, but maybe just having it equipped gives me my turn earlier? I thought that was kind of the point of daggers, though. Was to be faster, but I guess not. Seems like I just get these boosts. Wait. Okay, that's weird. It doesn't actually show the boost in my attributes unless I'm looking at the sword. So maybe it is like you have to use the weapon to get the boosts. Because if I go to my stats, I only have 125 speed. But then when I go to my sword, now it says 143. By the way, I got this better. So I thought this was a two-handed sword. I didn't realize it was one-handed. Yeah, that's really curious. Maybe if you, like, whatever your weapon was you used last, you get those attributes.
I'll make this quick.
In that case, potentially in the future when I have more characters, I might actually be able to see, like, my character model change on the next turn menu when I swap between weapons. Since it's 1v1, it's kind of just speed doesn't really matter, but
Out of my way. And that's that.
how's it going, Tamari? Really? People said that this game's forgettable? I've only heard good things. I mean, you're always going to hear bad things about every game if you look deep enough, but... Yeah, I've only heard good things about. The only thing that I've heard about this game, which I'm curious to see if it's the case, but pretty much like the number one thing that I want to focus on as we go through this game is the scaling. Because like I said, my wife played this game and she got to the point where, like, suddenly everything was too tough for her. And because she had never played an RPG before, she didn't really realize, she didn't understand the concept of grinding. She just figured, like, oh, I suck at the game because suddenly I can't beat anything. She didn't really, like, understand. And to be fair, like, even old RPGs, usually grinding isn't like absolutely required for playing through a game. Usually it's just like helps, but it's not like you get to the point where suddenly things are just 20 levels above you and you have to grind. That's not most RPGs, especially not most Squaresoft RPGs. So like, I don't really blame her for thinking that.
I'll make this quick. Out of my way.
But I've also heard this from people who do play RPGs, that this game has a really weird balance where like suddenly stuff's pretty hard and you have to start grinding. So I'm curious to see if that happens and to what degree it happens.
My turn.
Because I find it odd that, especially a Square RPG, and I know this game wasn't made in-house, right? Wasn't this another... I don't think it's going to say on here. I'm actually curious. I'm going to Google this. Who was the actual, like, developer of Octopath? Because I don't think it was... their internal... Maybe it was. Oh no, it was Business Division 11. And also Acquire? So yeah, one of their main studios in-house made Octopath Traveler. I'm just gonna look at what other games Division 11 made. I don't know if there's a good list here. Okay, they made Bravely Default. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Is that it? They make Fortune Street and Dragon Quest. They make a lot of like side stuff though. But yeah. So it is kind of shocking that an in-house Square Enix studio would make a game that kind of randomly hits a big difficulty curve. 'Cause that's just not something they normally do, from my experience. They tend to be a bit more like, let's make sure people don't get stuck. They're not against making games difficult or having like difficult bosses or whatever, but in terms of just running around exploring, I can't think of a single Square Enix game where
Where's the
there was
nearest
some
tavern?
big, huge difficulty spike. How'd you get in here? You need anything, just say the word. They're obviously putting this here in case I lose to whatever's behind that door. Sensing a big bouse.
So, this is the amazing treasure everyone is talking about.
Why is it on a random
It looks
table?
like an ordinary gemstone to me. Can't imagine it's worth all that much.
And like, not centered.
The jewel before you is worth more than your mind could hope to fathom.
Good day for a swell battle.
Your inability to discern as much is disconcerting, to say the least.
Wow, bars.
Who the hell are you? Not just anyone can sneak up on me like that.
I should be the one asking you that question. Not just anyone could have made it this far into the manor, after all.
You won't get answers by stroking my ego.
I love this evil theme.
I meant it as nothing but genuine praise.
Second time we've heard it.
Allow me to congratulate you on being the first thief to make it here.
You say it as if you wanted this to happen.
Just so. We tightened security for that very purpose. We figured no thief worth his salt would be able to turn down such a challenge.
Go on.
To this end, we even asked the barkeep for help. His job? Find promising thieves and spin tales about this manor.
What was the setup?
In other words, you tricked thieves into trying to rob this place.
Think of it more as appealing to their inner nature. The great treasure of Ravus Manor, guarded by a veritable army. What thief could pass up such glory, such riches? We had such high hopes, but were constantly met with disappointment. But finally, one has proven himself worthy.
I should have seen this coming.
And yet you did not. And I find myself most grateful for your lack of foresight.
So what's your angle?
I need not explain that to you. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Heathcote. I am a butler in the service of House Ravus.
You expect me to believe an ordinary butler snuck up on me? Anyway, who you are won't matter once I'm out of here. Now, if you'll excuse me.
I assure you, you won't be going anywhere anytime soon.
What? Let's get this over with.
So,
Out of my way.
this is like one of my favorite things about this game that from what I remember. I love these giant, oversized boss sprites. They remind me a lot of like Final Fantasy VI and even like 5. I remember the boss from Primrose's story looks straight out of Final Fantasy VI. Like, you could just plop it out and put it in Final Fantasy VI. It's awesome. It really gives you the retro Final Fantasy vibe. I can imagine the future bosses in this game will probably look very similar like the stuff in 6. Also, boss music. Where did this guy come from? Oh, is that a different type of guard?
My turn.
Just Ravus guard with no number. He has 2. So, like, he has 2 armor. So if I boost once, I'll be able to break him. There's so many little things like that that make the combat so interesting.
Don't wait. Over here. Out of my way.
I wonder if I break him if it'll get rid of his buff. Nope.
Out of my way.
way tougher than I thought he was going to be. I was hoping to get rid of him quickly. So you can use your boost to get the break, but then you can't use your boost to deal extra damage when they're hurt. So it's... Gotta choose between the extra damage or making them skip their turn.
I'll take this.
Use your boost to get through.
My turn.
That was a meme, Zach. You missed the meme.
Out of my way.
Alright, now we're
Over here.
Now I can figure out what your weakness is. Not sword. Dagger.
Out of my way.
Are you weak against fire?
Don't blink.
Yep.
My turn.
We're gonna hit him with the corrosive.
I see faces. Over here. My turn.
Break. Now I have a fully boosted... Oh, wait a second. This is physical defense, so I probably shouldn't use wildfire. So I'm just going to do a fully charged dagger. Oh, yeah. Fully charged dagger while he was broken and his defense was down.
My turn. I see
Do this time. I'm sorry for not being hip. That's grounds for arrest around these parts.
I'll take this.
Oh yeah, if you defend, you get your turn quicker. Which will be more useful when there's more people in the fight.
I see faces. I'm ready for you.
Boom, boom, boom!
Don't blink.
Yeah, you can already see how long these boss fights go for. Like, they do not screw around. This is no walk in the park boss fight.
I see faces.
They expect
my
you
way.
to know what you're doing. Also, you should try to steal at some point.
My turn. Out of my way.
I really want to do damage, but I also kind of want to steal. He has something really cool.
What's yours is mine.
Energizing pomegranate. That was not that cool.
Out of my way.
I mean, it'll be useful, I'm sure. No. He's Go hops lightly from side to side, ready to... Oh god, he's powering up. I made a horrible mistake. He's mad that I stole from him.
I see.
Probably should have defended. Because I knew he was doing something big.
Let's do this.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. He was saving it for lunch. Stole his lunch. Okay, so if I defend, do I get a... Yes, I do. Okay.
I'll take this.
Oh. It's powering up.
No, you don't.
Now...
Out of my way. I'm ready. Are you?
Can't use an item and get a turn.
I'm ready. Are you?
Oh, I poisoned him. Look at that.
My turn.
I wonder if that poison stays.
I'll take this.
Hey, thanks, Bloodbath. Thank you for the single birthday balloon. I'll cherish it forever. Okay, now the poison goes away. Alright, I'm gonna let that dude... just chill for a minute.
My turn. Out of my way. Let's do this.
Boom! God, it's like such an epic fight. I love how they're not afraid to make the boss fights epic. The boss fight doesn't just take 2 minutes. And remember, I picked up all the stuff. I stole from everyone, bought the really strong dagger, picked up a stronger sword, like, you know what I mean? And this fight's still taking a while.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Imagine making boss fights actually epic.
My turn. I'm ready. Are you?
To be fair, I am killing the guards every time they come out, which is slowing them down a little bit.
Out of my way. I see.
Sounds like a chicken.
Over here. I'm ready. Are you?
Okay, I get 2 turns here, so I can heal
I'll take this.
and defend.
No, you don't.
Missed. I feel like
My turn.
this combat is a combination of...
Don't start things you can't finish.
This combat feels like Final Fantasy X combat, with being able to actually see where the turns are and react to how, you know, different attacks change the flow of battle, but times like 5. Like, Final Fantasy X was my favorite battle mechanics in any of the Square Enix games. But this is like even better. This is like better Final Fantasy X mechanics.
So, you can hold your own in battle as well. It seems I underestimated you.
That makes 2 of us. Was that a part of your butler training?
I see you still have some reservations about my true profession.
Yeah, I hate butlers.
Though I'm sure my victory here lends my words no credit.
Yeah, I won.
Your victory? What in the...
Any thief worth his salt should recognize that band. The mark of a convict. The fool's bangle, as some call it.
Alright, why is Heathcote like the coolest character ever?
Undeniable proof of a thief's humiliating blunder.
Get this off of me!
I do not take my orders from you. I've attached it to your arm for a reason. If anyone is to see it, they shall know of your failure here today.
Why, you...
However, I imagine your pride will not permit you to be seen with it. And that makes it perfect leverage for negotiations.
Dude, I love this so much already. Like, how we came in here, like, the whole beginning of the game was Therion being, like, head and above the rest of everyone. Like, he's the best thief. He gets over on all the townspeople, steals all their stuff, steals the merchant stuff, gets into the place that everyone says you can't get into. Like, he's just the best, and he knows he's the best, and no one can even, you know, touch him. And then here comes Heathcote, and he's just completely obliterating all of his pride, you know, just taking him down like 10 notches. It's great.
Negotiations?
You may have broken into my home, but for now, I will overlook your transgressions.
Oh, great. More company.
Pardon my belated introduction. My name is Cordelia Ravis, and I am the lady of the house.
Regards to your decorator. They sure have a way with traps.
Allow me to explain. The treasure you are after is a family heirloom known as the Dragonstones.
You don't say.
The Dragonstones have been in my family for generations.
Wait, dragon stones? I see one.
Yes, once there were more. But the stones were stolen during the chaos following my parents' passing. Fortunately, Heathcote was able to recover the Sapphire Stone.
What touching devotion. Is this the part where I move to tears?
Perhaps, once you understand your place in this story. If you collect the 3 remaining stones, we shall remove the band from your arm.
So, this was your plan all along.
Yes, but please understand, I had no choice.
Well, aren't you too clever? Setting a thief to catch a thief.
That was pretty clever.
Don't thieves often say, the ensnared has only himself to blame?
Yeah, they do. For a butler, you sure know a lot about thieves, old man.
I dare not bore you with my story when there are more pressing matters at hand. Will you undertake Miss Ravis's mission, young thief? If you refuse...
I'll do the job.
Excellent. Then I pray your journey will be a successful one.
Oh, you're back.
With a tale to tell, too. I'll trade it for a drink.
Hey, don't you remember they paid him to tell you about the thing? You should be punching him in the face.
Afraid I don't deal in that currency.
Listen, I just came from Ravis Manor. Had a lovely chat with a fellow named Heathcote. Maybe you know him?
I did warn you not to go there. So, was it everything you expected it to be?
All that and more. And now I'm awfully thirsty. I might need 2 drinks to get this bad taste out of my mouth.
Coming right up.
Yeah, I like the voice acting quite a bit. It's not perfect, but I've liked it so far. Could get this sword. Or this knife. Wow, look at how much that increases my elemental attack. Why not? Yeah, I mean, I've stated before, like, I'm usually not very picky when it comes to voice acting. Thank you, OMG and Joe, by the way. Joe with the tier 3 41. Holy cow. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate you, dude. Yeah, I'm not usually very picky with voice acting. I tend to enjoy it as long as it's not, like, obviously terrible. And even then, I can kind of enjoy it for its mediocrity. But no, like as long as it feels like I'm getting the emotion that I should be getting out of the scene, I don't normally care too much. I think that if we were to be super critical of the game, I do think that the voice acting could be better. It definitely does sound like a bit lower standard, especially for Square Enix. Like, Square Enix usually has really good voice acting. For their main games, at least. But even their side games, like, I'm thinking of something like, I don't know, Type 0, or, like, even Stranger of Paradise. As goofy and terrible as the script was, the actual voice actors were pretty good. But yeah, like, most of their projects, they have really good voice actors, and they I would imagine they share a lot of voice actors from within all their developers. So, yeah, I would say that this is probably quite a bit lower than their normal standard of voice acting. But again, I don't mind it. I think it sounds good enough. It's serviceable enough. I can get the emotions out of the scenes I'm supposed to get. And for a game that has this visual style, I think having like crazy, super high quality voice acting might even seem a bit jarring. So I think it's fine. I mean, like, here's the vibe I get. I don't know if you guys get the same thing or not, but the vibe I get from this voice acting kind of feels like I'm playing a D&D game with someone. You know? Like, the look of the game kind of looks like a D&D set or something. Like, we're sitting down playing a tabletop game. The music kind of fits it as well. And so, like, yeah, it sounds like casual, like one of your friends is doing it. And I think it kind of fits the vibe of the game. Like, it kind of... yeah, it feels like we're playing a tabletop game with friends, and the voice actors aren't, you know, coming out and being like, "Ye scallywag, you shall pay for your misdeeds." Like, you know, instead they're just kind of reading a script, and they're just trying to get into character, and they're, you know, it kind of fits. I kind of like it, honestly. I kind of like the vibe. I think if they went over the top and went like crazy, it might be too much. It might kind of feel out of place, you know? So, could it be better? Yes, but I think it kind of fits the vibe of the game, honestly.